Sometimes it gets really so hard to do certain things as usual. Sometimes it gets really so hard to think through certain things as usual. Sometimes it gets really, really so hard to perform certain tasks as usual. You feel so tired, so depressed, and so down. You begin to ask yourself, what is going on? What is happening to my body? What is happening to my mind? Sometimes nothing is wrong with you. It is just that the flesh and the heart fail sometimes. The flesh and the heart fail sometimes, and you are being called into the rest of the Lord. You are being called to take a rest and just relax and allow God to revive you, to rejuvenate you, to quicken a steadfast spirit within you, to revive that steadfast spirit within you. Glory be to God. Yes. Sometimes you just naturally, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone has done a spell on you, or you're being blocked, or you're being deprived spiritually, because that's often the case. But at this time, God was speaking to me and saying that He's enabling somebody. He's enabling somebody in the spirit. It is not yet time for you to enter into His rest. It is just time for you to keep going. No matter how you feel this time, He's going to quicken the steadfast within you to continue moving. God is enabling you. He's reviving you in the spirit to accomplish that which He has started in your life. Sometimes we feel so tired and want to just give up. But when it is not yet time for God, for us, when it's not yet God's time for us to give up, He will always grant us the grace to keep going. God says, keep going. It is not a time for you to enter into rest. Even though your heart and your flesh fail, He's going to quicken a steadfast spirit within your being. Your mortal bodies are being quickened. Yes, it is okay sometimes to having your spirit willing, but your flesh is failing. Matthew 26 verse 11, it says, watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yes, fall into temptation meaning that perhaps you could give up on certain things that you're supposed to continue working on. Perhaps you could just feel discouraged because you aren't seeing result. That could be a temptation. So that if you could have the temptation of just abandoning your assignment because you aren't seeing result, God says He is enabling your spirit. He's reviving a new spirit within you. So just keep going, even though you may feel like you're so tired and you want to enter into God's rest. There is time for everything. The time of God's rest is coming. And he said it is not now, because at this time in the spirit, it's a time of creation, it's a time of revival, it's a time of inspiration, ideas forthcoming, projects forthcoming, connections forthcoming. You can't go into rest at this time because you feel as though God says, please hold the steam, hold the steam. He's not done with you yet. More is coming, and you are being requested to stand right now. He said that even though your flesh is failing you, your spirit is willing. He's going to revive your flesh so that you may be able to work in unison with your spirit, to accomplish a certain task this season, to meet a purpose this season. Glory be to God. To come into that breakthrough this season, to see things happening in your life. There is just so much to be done right now, and you know it within your spirit that you've got a lot to do, but something is pulling you back, being your flesh trying to pull you back. Your flesh has been speaking to you and saying, no, listen, you're tired, just rest. No, you do too much. No, please. But your spirit is willing, your mind is willing, your soul is willing. The Lord says, don't worry. At this moment, He understands what you're actually going through, and He is reviving. He's reviving, He's rejuvenating you, he's strengthening your flesh this moment to be able to accomplish that which is supposed to accomplish. God is lifting you up this moment. He's granting you the grace. You need that grace this moment to carry out a certain project to the finish, to execute a certain assignment to the finish. And you must do that. You must do that. Thank you so much. God bless you. I have been Amy Lady. God said that your soul, your heart and your flesh are feeling this moment because you feel so tired. But it is a temptation for you to give up on what really matters. Don't worry. He is reviving your body this moment, so your body can work in unison with your spirit and accomplish what God has, what God assigned to you this season, so that you may be able to dwell in testimony, to give your testimony, and to be able to thank God during your time of resting. Yes, your moment of resting is around the corner, but then for now, because of this inspiration in the spirit, this grace in the spirit to accomplish a lot, you've got to be patient. Be patient. God says, be patient. This is a time for you to be patient, because the enemy knows that you stand to accomplish a lot. A lot is coming towards you, and he needed to break your body, but your body is being revived in the spirit. You are being enabled in the spirit to actually see the result that you've been praying and hoping and asking God for all those while. Glory be to God. I love you so much, but Christ loves you even much more. Faith is our vehicle, and love is our strength. Thank you to those of you who've assisted our sister Gloria. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, for being there with her. Glory be to God. I love you all so much for your generosity. God bless you so much. If you've not yet subscribed to my new channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Calling the children with the lady. Hallelujah. Thank you, and see you in the next.